Keith, I think the disappointing thing there, we were talking about it on coming over the pitch, you'd spoken about the strengths and what Sutton would do, and we've conceded goals because of not dealing with that.
Yeah, we knew what Sutton were about. I mean, I wasn't here when we went down to the game at Sutton, but we were beaten up on that day, and we knew that, and I picked a team that I felt was best acquitted to deal with what they do. But first half, we never coped with it. We never coped. We never won the first ball. We never got round each other for the second balls. We seemed to slash our clearances, and sort of there was a panic. Any time the ball was in and around our box, it was almost like we were panicking. And they punished us. They're very good at what they do. They're you can see they had the centre forward missing, and another one comes in who's even bigger. So they're very good at what they do. They're full of confidence. They know what they're doing, and it is hard to deal with. And there's a reason why they're on a good run. We never coped with it first half, which is disappointing. I don't expect us to win every challenge in the air because they're bigger and stronger than us. But when the ball drops for the second ball and you get a chance to defend actually on the ground, that's when I expect us to be better. And it was nowhere near good enough for the 2 goals. Second half, we showed a good spirit. We showed a little bit of belief that we can get on the ball and start passing again. And we was on the front foot, and we put them under pressure. So that was pleasing. We got back to, if you like, what we're good at. Got in good areas. Not enough end product again. So the same story in that respect. But at least we would. I mean, I thought our fullbacks. I thought Joel was galloping forward second half, creating overloads, getting into good positions. But we couldn't punish them. And I think if we'd scored that first goal, I think it would have been a little bit more panicky from their point of view. But we couldn't quite get that chance to score. So pleased with the response second half, but you've first of all got to earn the right to play and fight, and we didn't today. First half, certainly.
You've pretty much said it already, but when you give a team like that a 2-goal start, which is, I know that's the wrong way to describe it, but when they get those 2 goals in the first half, it's such a mountain to climb.
It is, yeah, but you can go under. You can not believe, but we didn't. We kept going second half. We certainly looked on the front foot, pinned them back for long periods. So I was pleased with that, but when you're 2 down, probably the opposition tend to sort of just sit in a little bit and just protect their lead. So I'm not saying we were brilliant by any means, but we certainly made more of a game of it second half. So two poor performances, certainly last week and first half this week, and we've got to settle down. Obviously we've got a few new players that we need to bed in, which isn't ideal. But I was quite pleased with Donnell for his first start. It's a rude awakening for him today, I think. Welcome to League Two, because they are, for me, the best in the league at what they do. And that's why they're up there where they are, on the back of their success last year. They've got that momentum, belief, and you've got to hold your hands up and say that they're very effective.
You must be fed up about talking about the end product thing. Is it a mindset? Is it a lack of belief in that final third? What is it that's causing the players not to find the back of the net at the moment?
A little bit, yeah. I think it's that. I said to them after the game, like almost like I want to take the shackles off of them. It's like, go on, go. But first half, you first of all you've got to win. You've got to get hold of the ball, and if you're not winning the first balls and then you're not winning the second ball, it's very difficult to get any momentum. And again, that's what they were good at. They never allowed us any real time. They pressed us, and we weren't good enough to really punish them. So we we've got to recover. It's not sort of panic stations at all, because I think we've played probably the most effective teams the last 2 games. It shows where we are. We knew we weren't going to be competing at the top of the league, so we've not become a bad team all of a sudden, and I said that to the players after. There's a lot of games still, so I've got to try and remind them of what we've done well. But against any team, you've got to compete more, and we have done recently. There's not one game I've come in after and said that we were second best in that respect. But I think today we come up against a team that was sort of a different level in that respect.
Talking about frustration, I know how hard you've been working trying to add to that final third with attacking-minded players, whether they're strikers or people who can help with that. It has been frustrating, hasn't it, trying to get that person in? Yeah,
no, it has. Yeah, if you saw the list of forward-thinking players that we've gone through, you wouldn't believe it. You wouldn't believe the list. We've been close a few times. We've missed out because of the finances at times. Everybody's looking for them attacking players. So financially we struggle to compete with a lot of clubs, not just in our league, but we're talking like in the National League. I mean, some of the wages and money in that league we can't compete with. So we're going to carry on looking next couple of days, and if we don't bring any more in, at least we can settle down and say, come on in, let's get back together now. Let's, if you like, regroup a little bit. Plenty of football still to be played, and we weren't a bad team 2 weeks ago. We're not a bad team now. So I think on the bigger picture, I'm okay with where we are. I'm really disappointed with our first half performance.
You've mentioned this before as well. Is this the situation, this last 2 or 3 days of the transfer window, where you've got to take care not to just sign somebody because it's the last 2 or 3 days? Yeah,
no, it is. It's from day one we've known the types we've needed, and we've not, for different reasons, we've not been able to get that. I'm trying to find someone that's a little bit different to what we've got. We've got options up front, but we need something a little bit different to what we've got. And yeah, we see the next couple of days. But like I say, the list we've got is quite unbelievable.
You'll be glad when this is over, I guess, this January transfer window. Then you can just get on with what you've said a couple of times already. Now just get the group together and let's get on with it.
Yeah, no, I will be, because it is unsettling. It's unsettling for a lot of players that are already here. Are they part of the future? So it's amazed me actually how many players come and go in not just this league, but if you like in the lower leagues. The turnaround is amazing, really. When you think a month ago, probably most managers and teams were sort of quite happy with what they've got, and all of a sudden you see 5-6 players changing in certain clubs. So strange market. So yeah, we'll see if we can get 1 or 2, and then we're settled down, and then we can look forward to Tuesday's game.
I suppose you're still open if it was right for the player and for the club for players to go out the other way, either on loan or whatever.
Yeah, but we've not got a big squad. It's not like we've got loads of players. So yeah, we're okay with what we've got, and I certainly wouldn't want to lose anyone really. So we'll see. If we've not had loads of offers coming in for our players, which is quite good in a way. So we just need to try and bring in 1 or 2, and we'll be working sort of really hard the next 2 days.
Kelvin, I seem to ask about him every time at the moment. Has he had that scan? Do we know where he's at the moment?
Yeah, he had the scan and the report on Friday morning, and it was good news. He doesn't need surgery, so that's great for him. He's still going to be a long time, but the main thing is he doesn't need surgery, so that was great. I spoke to him yesterday. He'll be coming in on Monday, so to meet the lads. So yeah, that was one bit of good news.
And Lucas, we keep forgetting to ask about him. Lucas Jensen, who's been at Burnley for a while now with his hand injury.
As far as I know, obviously we've not seen him. He's been back at Burnley. He's fit now. The surgery went well. He's back in training. And we're talking to Burnley to see really what the best step forwards are for him, really, to try and get some games somewhere.
Last one from me, Keith. I've got to mention the fans. They're sticking with you. They're answering your call to keep going and keep helping the boys. What does that mean to you and the players when you're getting that backing?
It's vital. I mean, it wasn't like that when I first come here. It really wasn't. So I can understand their disappointment in the first half, because the minimum you want from your team is to see them fighting, and it's frustrating when you see your team being second best. So I can understand their frustrations in that respect, but they got behind us second half and we got a bit of momentum going, and we were close at times to getting that next goal, which might have made a difference. So it's great that they. I understand their frustrations first half, and then they sort of backed us in the second half.
Thank you.